How's everybody doing? The Goob is back on trail. Day one at the western terminus of the Ice Age National Scenic Trail. This is awesome. There is absolutely no greater feeling in the world than day one on a long trail. We got just under 1,200 miles over the next couple of months. This is going to be great. It is a beautiful, warm, sunny day here in the state of Wisconsin. The whole trail runs through the whole state, end to end, in a big S-turn. We're going to learn a lot about the Ice Age, a lot of history on this trail, a lot of cool geographical features going on. This is great. I'm going to sit here for a bit, soak in the moment, and we will be on our way. Overlooking the beautiful St. Croix River. We got yellow blazes to follow on this trail. Oh man, I am so excited and happy to be back at it. I was only on the last trail like 5 weeks ago out in Arizona. There's nothing like starting a new one. So to get up here to the terminus, it was about an hour north outside of Minneapolis. I flew into here yesterday morning, spent the whole day checking out the Mall of America, which is pretty cool. It's the largest mall in the US. And then special thanks to Chantel for giving me a ride all the way up here. And here we go. Every trail has got its own unique challenges and stuff. They're all different from one another. So even though this trail is going to be mostly totally flat compared to everything else I've ever done, there's going to be a whole different set of logistical challenges and things, because stealth tenting options are going to be really limited for this trail. There's some designated areas I got to hop around to and in between towns and things, so we'll figure it out as we go. But for today, I'm only looking at doing about 8 miles. There's a designated camping spot along the St. Croix River, and I think it's about 11:15 or so when we started today. Some kind of old structure here. I don't know if this was actually a homestead or not. It's kind of a wide entrance opening. Looks like the roof burned away at some point years ago. Also, Interstate State Park is where I currently am, is in Wisconsin. Crossing Highway 8. The trail has a lot of points where it is not a trail through the woods. I think I've read somewheres like, of the approximately 1,200 miles of trail, about 700 miles of it are in the woods and 500 miles are road walking. A lot of connection segments in between the trail sections. It looks like this part's dipping back into the woods on the Hospital Esker segment. Well, I happened upon this little bench here, so I think I'm going to stop and have lunch. It's about noon, so it's perfect timing. Doing great so far on this trail. Little ups and downs. All these little hills and things are all kind of glacial remnants from back in the day as glaciers came by, piled up the earth and stuff in little spots. It created these little hills. So that's what we're on right now. Nice breeze blowing through. Today is a warm one, warmest day all week in a while. I think it's in the mid-80s. But the weather coming in the next couple of days is going to cool off into the 70s and rain expected. So enjoy this nice day while we got it. We're done with a nice little lunch break and we're getting back to it. We got 2 miles in already, 6 miles left for the day. Coming down off of this little mound. There's a big parking lot here, it looks like. Leaving one neighborhood and heading uphill again. This reminds me of the AT, where you just weave your way through the neighborhoods. Keep your eyes open for the blazes you need to find. Nice little neighborhood pond. I'm not desperate for any water though. It's kind of scummy. I'm looking for a nice little stream coming up maybe. We'll see what the water situation looks like. I've seen a couple of benches out here now. These are definitely nice. There's no parking lot up here. As far as this first stretch of trail in between town stops, I'm looking at only 24 miles between the Terminus and the town of Luck, which has a Dollar General and a little motel, I think. So I think I'm going to try to stay there, resupply at the Dollar General, and we'll be hitting that tomorrow. Coming out to a road again for a little bit. Looks like only about 100 feet, and then we take a right and dip back into the trees just there. Nice that all these little streams are flowing. Has been pretty wet this spring. Might just stop here and take a little water break. I just came across this road, and I'm at a part where in the Far Out app it says there's fossils, and I think I found them. There's like this nautilus shell shape thingy in the rock. Decent size there. That's kind of cool to see. I think there's two of them there, faint. I found another bench, so I'm taking a sit-down break. Got a little bit of an overlook into the St. Croix River Valley just down there. The trail's starting to make its way down to the river. About a mile and a half to my intended campsite, right on the shore. Nice little spot to get water just off the side of the trail, so I think I'm going to fill up here. Probably my last opportunity until I get to camp. There's Route 87. Got to jump across this. Sounds like it's a busy road. Lions Park is just over there. We're less than a mile. Made it across the road safely. Looks like we found the tent site I was aiming for. There's a little pad over there. I threw my bag down already. Right on the St. Croix River. Beautiful view. Could also squeeze some more in here in a little grassy area if you needed to. We'll get set up here in a minute. I moved pretty quick today. I was trying to go slow and take lots of breaks, but I got here in a little over 4 hours. I think it's about 3:30 right now. Looks like there's a little side trail goes up this way towards a privy or something. But I'll get set up and this will be home for the night. Got the tent all set up. First time using it. We'll give a review of it at the end of the trail. It's expensive, so I hope it holds up and the zipper doesn't break. It's a little early for dinner, but I'll probably just go ahead and start cooking up something anyway because I'm getting hungry. I've got some Backpacker's Pantry meals, so I'll just pick one of these at random. But they both say new on them, so I'll give them a try. Drunken noodles with chicken and pesto pasta with chicken. I'll probably go for pasta, I guess. Well, dinner should be ready. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it was pretty good. Backpacker's Pantry is still my favorite. I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to finish this up and work on video editing and go to bed early. We'll push for 16 tomorrow to get into Town of Luck. It's been an absolutely perfect, beautiful day for this first day on trail. Tomorrow's forecasted for some rain, but we'll deal with it as it comes. And last thing to mention, don't forget, I've got a Facebook page where you guys can follow me more directly. Down in the description below, I'll post a link for that. Follow me at Goob's Adventures there on Facebook, and you can see a little bit more live tracking, because these videos will be delayed by about 2 weeks. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I'm all packed up and ready to rock. Slept well last night. I feel like I could have slept in a couple more hours, but I got plenty of sleep. It's time to get up and get moving. A little after 6, sun's coming up. It's a little overcast, a little muggy. Today's supposed to be the rainy day. We'll see when that kicks off. But for now, it looks like it's fine for at least a while as far as the rain goes. But today, we got a water stream crossing in a little bit. And about a mile up, we'll continue to follow the river here. And then we hit some road walking for a few miles. And then we are back on some trail, bouncing through a couple of towns before we reach our final destination, the Town of Luck, in about 16 miles. So we'll kick it off for today. The trail's a little muddy. Nothing bad though, it's kind of mostly dried mud. Here's Big Rock Creek. The trail crosses further down that way, closer to the river. I'm scouting around to see if I can find a place where I might be able to do this without getting my feet wet. It's probably going to rain on us anyway, so I'm not too worried if I can't find a good crossing. But I'll scout around for a little bit, maybe across a log or something here, and we'll see on the other side. Made it across. That one was just fine. Now going back to the trail. Coming up on where we leave the St. Croix River. It's down there behind the trees. Coming up on the road. Got road walking from here for the next 4.5 miles or so before we get back on a trail. Well, next up we're on Highway 87 for a little bit. The next turn is here onto 160th Avenue. I think we might be on this one all the way through the next town. I think so far this trail reminds me more of the AT than anything else. It's a combination of like the thick vegetation. The trees are a little bit different. And I've heard similar bird calls that are distinct that I've only heard on the East Coast. Just little things like that, and walking through outskirts of towns and stuff sometimes. Kind of the humidity levels. It just kind of feels like the AT. There's a couple of turkeys in this guy's front yard. Here's our exit from the road. I think we're done with the road walking for the rest of the day. Ice Age Trail Gandy Dancer trail segment. I think the trail from here on out is just going to be this nice, like, four-wheel track. Made it to Centuria. This is the first town stop on the way. We're about 6.5 miles in, and we'll take a nice break here somewheres. Well, this is nice. This was just off trail, a little enclosed area with restrooms, water fountain to top up your water, and some vending machines. So I'll take a nice good break here, and then we'll be back at it. I just noticed this little poster in here for Gandy Dancer. Looks like an old steam engine, and that's the name of this trail segment. So I wonder if the track that we've been walking for the rest of the day is the old train line, most likely. We're done with our break at the little restrooms area there. That was nice. And this is about the extent of the town here. I was also getting an updated check of the weather, and there's definitely rain coming. Looks like the bulk of the storms are going to be just south of us, but maybe within an hour, I think we're going to get rained on. Well, I'm still in Centuria here, and I just noticed this, the IAT DCA, Dispersed Camping Areas. There's a little tent site symbol over there. So you can camp anywhere in this area. That's what's kind of neat about here. They're kind of few and far between from what I gather, but they do have these kind of dispersed, designated camping areas I'm going to have to keep an eye out for. I think that's my main plan for leapfrogging different distance goals and things throughout the areas. Some of the next stops coming up. Milltown will be the next little town we pass through. That says 4 miles, but I think it's closer to 5.5 to 6. Anyway, it'll be a good stop for lunch anyways. And I think this was definitely the old train rail line. Well, here comes the rain. It's just light sprinkles so far. Well, looks like the rain's starting to let up a little bit. It's been raining for over an hour. We're about 2 miles till we hit Milltown. It looks like there's some pubs and stuff there where we can get some food maybe, and it'll be lunchtime by the time we roll into town there. However, today is the 4th of July, so things might be closed. 50-50% chance is what I give it. But we'll sneak our way into town and see what we can find. If nothing available, that's alright. I got enough snacks and things anyway. I think I just figured out a more specific area of the Appalachian Trail that this section reminds me of, and that's in southern Pennsylvania. It was a section I did when my buddy Mike came out to hike with me for a few days. It kind of looked like this. We got farmland on both sides. We're in a little grove of trees with a nice flat, easy trail. Going in and out of small towns like Boiling Springs out there. That's kind of what it reminds me of today. Here's our exit into Milltown. We'll wander down here and see if we can find some food. Well, that was Hack's Pub. Perfect little stop for a bite to eat. Had a breakfast sandwich. I got there right when the breakfast hour closed, but they were able to take pity on me and cook me up some breakfast real quick. And we're back on the trail. From here, we only got 4 more miles left until we get to the town of Luck, and hopefully we can get a room at the little inn establishment there and figure out a resupply run. And hopefully the weather continues to stay not rainy. It's looking like it could rain any minute right now, but nothing going on right now. About 2 more miles to Luck. The mosquitoes are starting to get more annoying. They've been out since yesterday when I started, but not really a bother. I hate putting on DEET because that stuff's terrible. It's kind of like emergency use only, I feel. But it's kind of getting to that point where they're biting me a little more and more on the hands and stuff. But we only got about a mile left, so I'm trying to tough it out. I made it to Luck. We're gonna do our resupply shopping first because that's the closest. and then we'll stop in at the motel second. Well, I think I got everything I needed at the Dollar General here, but just across the way there's also a larger Wayne's Food Plus grocery store if you need that. So I think I'm good to go with everything I could find. Now it's time to go check out and see if I can get some lodging situated. Well, we're in luck. We got a room here at the Country Inn. It's a nice little indoor pool area with all the rooms all around. Time to get settled in mine. Well, I'm all cleaned up now, getting settled into the hotel room. I'm just relaxing for a bit, I think. It was pretty early. We got here and checked in at like 1:30. So we did the 16 miles. We stopped into Milltown and had a 1-hour break for lunch and still got here pretty quick. I'm not trying to move fast or anything. It's just when the terrain is all flat and easy, it's easy to move fast. As far as any body aches and pains, my shoulders are a little sore, just getting used to carrying the backpack again. That'll go away in another day or two, I think. And then the bottoms of my feet are sore, and that's just more kind of breaking my body back into trail. Having 5 weeks off was enough to kind of put my body back into not used to hiking mode, so I got to break it back in a little bit. Otherwise, doing good. So I think we'll just work on charging up electronics and organizing my food resupply. But we did pretty good for today. After a couple hours here, we'll go back out into town and see what we can find for dinner. So I'll check back in once we're going out later. Heading out to find some dinner. Luckily, it's currently not raining.
No, it's crazy.
Well, it looked like every place in town was closed up for the holiday, and the only place open was the dive bar. So we had some pizza there, and it was good enough. That was just fine. So I think that's it for today. Planning for tomorrow is going to be maybe only a 14-mile day, I think. I'm trying to go off memory of what I was looking at. But the town of Rice Lake is going to be the next town stop, which is about 5 days away, just based on available distances from my basic planning for when the DCAs and stuff, or where I can get into camp, is going to be located. So I think that makes the day hiking out of here tomorrow only a 14-mile day. So we got plenty of time to sleep in a little bit, get a nice breakfast, and then head out whenever we're ready. So that's it. We'll see that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.